Hi guys, welcome back to the second video on the channel today. Now this is the predictions for the midweek games in the Championship. So we're going to start off with tonight's games, and that is the 5 o'clock kickoff between Nottingham Forest and Fulham. Now this is a huge game, as this potentially could be a playoff match come the end of the season. Fulham still have aspirations of catching West Brom in second. Nottingham Forest's hopes, I believe, a little bit less so. So looking at this, a bit of a weird one, I think. I mean, to start off with, because Nottingham Forest, obviously the derby at the weekend, they took the lead, and then they've literally let it slip in the last moments of the game, so they didn't see that out very well. And that's a couple of draws they've had now, so it's a little bit weird. With Fulham, they're getting some results. They've had some bad results, they've had some good results. This one is hard to call, but I'm going to go with Nottingham Forest 1, Fulham 2. So we move on to the relegation battle, Luton Town versus Barnsley. Now, obviously, as we know, Luton had a disastrous weekend against Reading, which I still believe is a one-off. Barnsley had a bad weekend against Stoke. Both sides are going to be up for this one. And I do think this is going to be full of goals, but I don't think either side's going to come out with a win here. I believe it's going to finish Luton 2, Barnsley 2. I think that, to be fair, Luton are going to go for it and attack. So are Barnsley, and they're just going to end up cancelling each other out. So I believe this game will finish 2-2. Reading versus Huddersfield. Now, I've been racking my brains about this one because I don't know what Reading's going to turn up. If the Reading's that played against Stoke and against Derby and against Brentford turn up, then we could be on the end of a slapping. But if the Luton Reading turns up, then there's a chance we could get a good result tonight. That being said, Huddersfield haven't been on the best of form, although they are technically not safe, but you could forgive them for feeling they were safe. So, with all that being said, I'm going to go with a Reading win tonight, but I'm only going to have it just slightly. I'm going to have Reading 1, Huddersfield Town 0. Brentford versus Charlton. London derby, two sides on a change of form. Brentford obviously are on an absolutely incredible run at the moment, and nobody apart from West Brom fans would begrudge them finishing second. Charlton, their form's dipping a little bit. They might just about be safe, but again, they can't be sure. So, looking at this one, I'm going to have to go with another comfortable win for Brentford. Brentford 2, Charlton Athletic 0. So on to Cardiff versus Blackburn, two of the chasing sides for the playoffs. Either side that loses this tonight, I'm going to put my neck on the line and say won't get playoffs. Because they're so close together that I think now if you start losing more games, it's going to be too hard. So personally, I think this game is going to finish 1-0 to Blackburn. So that could be Cardiff's playoff hopes gone. But we don't know. The result could be completely different. But I think it'll be Cardiff 0, Blackburn 1. Tomorrow we have some more games in Championship, and the first one is Millwall versus Middlesbrough. Middlesbrough have had a little bit of a dip in form since Collins come in. They've had a couple of good results, a couple of bad results. It's not quite flown at the moment. It's not a good time to play Millwall. They are on a wonderful run of form at the moment and playing really well, and I think it's going to be another win for them, and I'm going to go with Millwall 2, Middlesbrough 1. West Bromwich Albion versus Derby County. Now, West Brom could have done with an easier game as they try and stretch away from both Fulham and Brentford. Derby battled back really well in their local derby and got that point. They're on a good run of form as well. They're just outside the playoffs. So I've got to put this down as on the fence draw. I'm going to go with West Bromwich Albion 1, Derby County 1. If I just move my laptop. Here we go. So, next game, Bristol City versus Hull. Now, that's an interesting one. Hull, again, have had some sort of mixed results recently. They're on a bit of an indifferent run of form, and that's never great in the Championship. Bristol City, the same. They've dropped off a little bit, but I think they'll get back to win ways, and I'm going to go with Bristol City 1, Hull City 0. Birmingham versus Swansea. Another game where you've got one side that is pretty much on the beach. Birmingham pretty much are safe. Swansea could make the playoffs, but they'd have to find some hell of a luck on the way. And I think this is going to be the first game I say that it won't have any goals in it. I'm going to go with Birmingham City 0, Swansea City 0. Wigan versus Queen's Park Rangers is also tomorrow. Now, obviously, Wigan, we won't keep going on about it, as I'm sure Wigan fans are getting fed up of hearing about it. their situation. But on the pitch, they're playing really well. Obviously, they had that poor result against Brentford, but no one can, you can't fault them for that one. This is interesting because QPR again, they're sort of on the beach club, and they're not really trying to get results, so they could be quite tricky to play against. But I'm going to go with Wigan 2, Queen's Park Rangers 1. Sheffield Wednesday versus Preston. Again, two sides which their playoff hopes are still there, but again, a defeat in this game, it could look a little bit more tricky. But with that being said, I think it is going to be Preston that gets the result here, and I've gone with Preston 2, Sheffield Wednesday 0. Then there's one game on the Thursday, Leeds United up against Stoke City. A bit of a no-brainer, this one. Champions to be, promotion is going to happen. It is going to happen, and I think this is going to be Leeds United 3, Stoke City 1. Bit of an easy game, that one. So, just double checking, there's no more. Yeah, there's games on Friday, but I will review those on Thursday. So guys, that completes the predictions for tonight and tomorrow's games and Thursday in the Championship. Let me know in the comments what you think will happen. Get your predictions in. Once again, thank you to all the new subscribers, and thank you for please like and subscribe on the videos if you're new around here. And we'll be back on Thursday, as I say, with the Friday predictions and for the weekend. And then we'll be back on Monday for the preview of the League One playoff final between Oxford United and Wycombe. I have done a little video for that as well, so go and check that one out. And guys, enjoy the rest of your day, and all the best for your teams if you're playing tonight or tomorrow. Take care.